Buenos dias, Gunners Collective. Back at it, you already know. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a motherfucking ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a motherfucking smack addict. Bye-ya, bye-ya, bye-ya. Orale, as you can tell by that thumbnail right there, first and foremost, I'm feeling better. Just a little bit, right? But as you can tell by that thumbnail right there, we're going to get straight into it. Orale, pinche Tyga. Say it with your chest. Orale, pinche Tyga. I'm not a bully, right? Tyga. Do we accept his apology? He apologized. Yeah. Don't. This is for la raza. Don't. Cuvo. Aquí soy young. Gun. Homeboy, I hit you with the hung. Right? Now look at, trip out. This Vato right here decided that if for no other reason, he needed to save face, save mascara. You know what I mean? And he apologized. And you know what? First and foremost, before I say anything else, I want to say congratulations to Gil Tejada, the American Cholo. Yes, I said it. Fill me up with motherfucking unleaded. Respect, Soms. Because the man didn't ask to be put on the forefront, didn't ask to be the voice for the people to go out there and to rally and to march and to fucking basically, be the voice that was heard. But you know what? Hey, it was put in his lap. And I commend him for the way that he took the reins. Ora de Hi-Ho Silver. And the Vato did it, not like Tanto, but like the Lone Ranger himself. Ora de Gil, man. He did that, him and Boo Boo. And for that, I commend them two individuals, There's no doubt, no hate, no envy, none of that, man. Respects, When it comes to the Raza, I think we're on the same page. We might have different avenues and different ways of going about getting the fucking message out there and getting the job done. But indubitably, I do agree that Raza is first and foremost. Now, I will say this, Tyga, LA Leakers. So yesterday I'm watching and the Vato's right there and he's like, he didn't mean to disrespect the Raza, okay? He didn't mean to do a lot of things. Shit, he didn't mean to fucking hit Kylie Jenner whenever she was a young kid, right? There was a lot of things that Tyga didn't mean to do, but he did, right? That's very unbecoming. And that's neither here nor there. People don't even talk about that. They don't talk about the character of man that we should already seen some bullshit like this coming from just based on what he done in his past. Remember, we talk about the SPMs. Oh, when it's SPM, it's all perfectly fine. You know what I mean? Oh, he's no good. When it's R. Kelly, it seems like they're ready. Charlie R. They're not, right? That's why he has an R on his jacket now, because they're not ready, right? Just a lot of different individuals. But when it comes to Tyga, it's swept under the rug. Why? I have no idea. Money! That's the reason. Anyways, and it's not that R. Kelly didn't have money or SPN. Them Vatos have money too, but their money couldn't buy them out of a wet paper bag, bro. It was over for them. Them Vatos overdid it. You know what I mean? They overdid what money can do. Now, what I will say is this. Are we as a gente, as Raza, should we? Are we able? Are we ready? And should we accept his apology? I know Gil did. I know Gil said, absolutely, man, and then voiced his opinion about it. And that's righteous. It's righteous when you're on the spur of the moment and you're right there face to face, man to man, eye to eye, and you can see how sympathetic that man is. And if he truly means it and you truly believe that he believes it, the Gil had that, he had that right, that reserved right to say, whether yay or nay, or shall or shan't, or no, or fuck you. Right. And that's respect. But I will say this, should we as a gente, as a brown people, accept this apology? You know what I say? Because the wind's blowing. You know how I am. Everyone's like, fuck, here we go. I say, Simon, we should. We should, absolutely. Any man, right? And we're not going to trip off his weird cases and all that. That's later, right? But any man who would come sit at a table with another grown man, right? And the humility, humble himself and say, you know what? I never meant to disrespect your people. I never meant to go that route, man. And I truly and sincerely apologize for that, That should be accepted. Hey, you never kick a man when he's down on his luck. You never hit the dog when he's belly up, right? Oh, power rule. You got to accept it, right? Now, there becomes a línea in the sand. And if someone oversteps that boundary, if they walk over that line, man, Spensa la tira. Hey, con permiso la tira. Fuck. Fucking clean your shit, Holmes, right? There's only so much we can take. Now, Tyga has done this before, okay? But never to the magnitude of where he walked back what he's done, okay? This was the Raza coming together and our voices being felt on all fronts. North, south, east, oeste lado, right? The west. Everybody got together. Everybody had an opinion. Everybody made the brown first, okay? Isn't that funny? Prime example, when we all get together and we all are of the same mindset, what magic we can make happen. See? Now you see them, now you don't, right? What just turned into Yosemite Sound going, don't. And now it's like, motherfucker, apologize, man. I didn't even mean, bro, brother. I'm telling you, coming together as a people makes us not only stronger, but our voices be heard. Okay, and that's all we ask. I know that's all I ask as a brown man, is that my voice be heard and felt. You know, I had to go make a fucking platform on YouTube so that my voice can be felt and heard, and so that I could get my point across and my mission and my goal and what I want to do, I could put that right here for the masses to hear it. Now, my Africano brothers, I'm speaking to you, right? Oh, bro. And I'm about to say it with my chest, because I'm not a bully. And I especially don't weigh no 270. Shit, my people might, but I don't. Now look, I will say this. I never, ever, ever, in any instance, take one man's words and twist them so that they affect a whole culture or a whole community. See, that's frivolous. I learned that a long time ago in the youth authority, in juvenile halls, in prisons, in county jails. You know, we used to do that. You know, politics said, if one jump, all jump. If one motherfucker opens his mouth, the whole group gets it, right? If you don't deal with one of your own, then we get all of you, right? We attack all of you. And everybody and every single person there always knew that was the wrong route to go, but that's just the way it was. It was along those lines. It was along those racial lines. It was along those political barriers. It was along those líneas, and that's how it was. But we always knew, and I'm sure on their side they knew, and on our side we knew that it was wrong. Okay, when something's wrong, right, you have to do what you have to do for survival. That's survival instincts. Hey, man, so okay. Hey, you're not supposed to go that way. I know, but fuck it. If I don't, they're going to stab me. I said, fuck you, go that way. I'm right behind you, right? It's the way life is, the way life works. Okay? But on the streets, these are the streets, homie. Order big boy. We know, right? But on the streets, or on the calles, or like I say, in society, right? Because I'm got a little bit more common sense than saying, these are the streets, homie. Fuck. Actually, no, I don't live on the streets, right? But hey, you know, call it what you want. You know what I mean? Old school. So anyways, in society, we play by different rules, with different agendas, with different means and ways to get things, right? And we know that one person's voice doesn't affect the whole community, doesn't affect their people, right? I hate saying their people, but it's just common knowledge. That's the terminology that we're going to use. I'm using the big words today. Word of the day, pinche terminology. Orale, the gun's going crazy, right? I think I'm going crazy. I'm feeling a little bit better today. Can you tell? The wiggle's back, right? Menudo, right? But look, I will say this. So me, myself, I never judged the whole culture and all my Africano brothers just based on what Tyga said. Now, I know reading my DMs, reading my messages, a lot of brothers back Tyga's play. I expected that. You know, I expected a lot of brothers like, man, why are you guys tripping off the man? He was not disrespecting. If anything, he was showing, he was paying homage. And I'm just here to tell those individuals, if he was not disrespecting and he was just paying homage, okay, then why did he apologize? Because maybe he didn't intend to, just like I said in my first spill, maybe he never intended to disrespect, but he did. Okay? If you don't intend to disrespect, but the next man takes it as disrespect, you look back and you go, you know what? Shit, maybe that was disrespectful. Hey, dispensa, homie. You know what I mean? I apologize, homes. Unless you want them motherfucking hands or some pleito, and then you say, you know what? Fuck you and your apology, Holmes. Hey, and your fucking hand. You tell her to apologize to you, man, because she was giving me a mama, right? And then you're like, what the fuck, right? And then it gets even uglier. So things go different ways, and they can go different routes. But that man had enough humility to sit down at a table and say, you know what, I apologize, because he knew he made some mistakes. Now, two reasons. One, either he was sincere in his apology, and we'll never know that, man. We can only tell behind a video scope, man, but I know Gil was there, the American Cholo. That's something that people would have to ask him face to face or talk to him about. I'm sure he looked into that man's eyes and he knows what he's seen, right? If it was sincere or not, and whoever else was in that room. Two, this man could have did this because, hey, it was starting to affect his numbers. It was starting to affect his fan base. Do you understand that Tyga's fan base, coming from the area that he comes from, is predominantly African American and Latinos? Okay. Yeah, we'll hold. Right? The Raza community supports hip hop. We always have. Okay? From the B-boys in the Bronx days, like Misfit Soto did, right? Something that we established out there in the Bronx, man. Young Latino gentlemen, man, coming from fucking Puerto Rico, Cuba, all the different areas, man, and coming together and using that fucking dance as an expression, as an art, man. You know, behind hip hop. You know, a correlation, a combination, a tag team. Ding, ding. Let's get ready to rumble type shit. You know, there's always been that collaboration or that correlation between fucking Latin and, of course, hip hop, right? And then, of course, you know, the music genre, the lowriders, the fucking way of dressing, the West Coast gangsterism. All these different aspects and elements of the game believe that the motherfucking Latinos, Mexicanos, Chicanos, Salvadorians, fucking Cubans, Puerto Ricans, whatever you want to say, anyone of a Latin descent has always been involved. Okay, maybe not on certain levels, but they've been involved in some certain rhyme or reason and way. That's a fact. Can't take it from us who don't. Motherfucker, call on Tyrone. Even Tyrone can't take it from us. Even though he says it with his chest, right? I will say this. Straight up. I believe that it started to affect Tyga's numbers. You know, because, you know, when you lose a big base of your fans, and it's like, fuck, Holmes, you know what I mean? I was expecting to sell 100,000 units. I only sold 60,000. Why? Because 40,000 fucking Mexicanos were like, fuck you, puto. ¿Sabes qué? Take off our bullshit, right? You know, it's not the fact that the Africano brothers want to wear sombreros or that they want to wear fucking, whatever the case may be. You know, this was a little bit overboard, you know, with the guacamole and the chips and the fat dude and the lowrider, El Gordo, and just certain things, man, where he went above and beyond. And like I said, to anyone on the outside looking in, it seemed funny, but funny at the expense of who? See, funny's always at the expense of someone. When I'm capping, funny's at the expense of the person I'm capping on. If they're a good sport and they take it or they fire back, so now it's at the expense of me, and then it's at the expense of them, and then it's at the expense of me, and then it's at the expense of them, and then it's over, right? Because I'm not playing, right, man? But do you understand? It's always at the expense of someone. If the person's a good sport and they could take it, cool. And it's not that the Mexicanos weren't a good sport. We're tired of it being at the expense of us. Okay? We're tired of being ridiculed or looked at as less than or different types of people. Am I right or wrong? Now, I know the Africano-American community is like, hey, just get, hold on, bitch, right? On pyro, on correct. Motherfucker, we've been ridiculed and oppressed our whole time too. And we ain't saying nothing about that. I understand, my brother. My brother, I understand, right? Every different group has. You know, every different group has been oppressed. Believe me, when it comes to oppression, I know, Hums. I was a Norteño. We were the most oppressed group you could ever imagine in your life, Hums. Bang, bang. I'm glad the Bulldogs took that title, right? But at that time, it was us. You know, we were oppressed like a motherfucker. We oppressed ourselves. It was bad, right? So I understand the situations. And I can never sit here and say, I know what it feels like every day to go out there and be hated just because I'm a certain color. But I know what it feels like to be looked at a certain way because I'm a certain color or I got a certain tattoo or they think I'm a certain type of way. You know, I get called a gangster or a cholo. Shit, motherfucking Whack 100 called me a little gang member, right? Oh, that little gang member over there lying on me on Pyro. How are you going to call me a gang member? This little gang member's lying on you and then say on Pyro about it. I mean, yeah, I'll hold, right? I can't call it like an alcoholic, but what I will say is this, okay? Getting back to what's going on with Tyga, I believe his apology was sincere. I believe there's a lot of facets that went into it. I believe a lot of people was fucking pressing on his neck. I believe his manager, his family, people around him got with him and said, hey, man, you don't want to make these Latinos mad. You don't want this. Hey, the Raza's different. You see, they went from 0 to 100. These about to talk about going to prison for life and getting Aztec tattoo work on them. Are you sure you want to go that route? He said, well hold on now. What'd they say? He said, no, they're talking about they got young hitters selling cocaine, all kinds of shit. They'll go for life. Well, hold on now. I was talking about Ay caramba, viva la bamba. I wasn't trying to go that route, but they are. And that's one thing about Raza, homes, north and south and everything in between. There is no middle ground. It's all or nothing. It's always been like that. When we hit them yards and prisons, it's body for body for body. We don't go out there with the intentions for a fist fight where you're saying, well, that's man shit. Fist fight. You're supposed to handle your business like a man. No, still is how you handle it like a man. If you're not willing to go out there in the yard and take a fucking body for your people, then what is wrong with you? You are here to defend the household, defend the casa. I'm sorry, home. Certain elements in life and certain things happen, you know what I mean? But in order to fucking gain any type of respect on that yard, in order for your people to be not fucking respected but feared, right? They're already respected. You're going to demand that, but you also want that element of fear. You want people to say, oh, hell no, the essays is on the yard. Them motherfuckers got knives. Absolutely. Why? Because that's the way a warrior comes. Fully prepared for war. War means you or me. That's how it's always meant. That's how we were taught. I know at least on the north side, this is how we ride, red rag till we die. That's how we was taught, right? And I'm sure the southern counterparts, the sureños, the southsiders, the southern Mexicans were taught absolutely the same way. You know, if not even more fucking treacherously. That's just how it's been. Now, I'm not here to say every other group, the Woods, the Africanos, the Asians, and all other people, man, were not fucking taught a certain way, because I'm sure they were. There's warriors from everywhere. Hey, one of the number one warriors that ever walked the face of this earth was Genghis Khan, you know? And that motherfucker was different. You know what I mean? The Vikings, well, we knew how they got down. You know what I mean? They did it all, right? And when it comes to the Africanos, Shaka Zulu, woo! Don't let him get a spear. Put your spear away, pockets. Tell Shaka that. See what happens. Shaka, right? Motherfuckers was coming up gone. That's just how it is. There's warriors that are derived from every different group, from every different culture, okay? But we're all people. We're all human, right? So I think as a people, just my perspective on it, that we should give Tyga the pass. You know, whether you want to sit there and listen to his music still, if you ever listen to his music, that's totally up to you. You know, I'm not going to say, man, to stray away from that man's music or this or that. I'm saying that this man sat down at a table with Raza and did apologize. And for that, that's respect. That's all we asked for. Like, didn't you hear Miss Fizz Soto's song? He said, hey, motherfucker, you better apologize, bro. You better get your mind right, Holmes. We're tired of taking this shit. Don't you understand that the Raza is tired? Ever since the formation of the end of hostilities, when North and South started to come together, other different groups and different cultures started to recognize, whoa, it's finally happening. The day of reckoning has come to pass. It is finally something different. If these fucking two juggernauts get together, what happens? Or if they even decide to cease hostilities and go about just getting to the bag and doing what they do on these yards or even on the calles, what happens? I'm going to tell you what happens. Doors start to open. Oh, shit. Red carpet? We'll get right on that. No, blue carpet. That's orale. Whatever fucking carpet. You from north? Red? From south? Blue. I understand you guys got your color and shit. Orale. Bam. Say it with your chest, right? You know what I mean? You got all the Wes Watson fans right now hooping everything they can, getting prepared for guerra. You know what I mean? So you got Wato walking like there. He looks like Gordo from fucking Ay Caramba, right? He's just, and that's just because he hooped frowns. I'm just telling you, it's just different. Anyways, do I think as a people we should accept Tyga's apology? I say yes. Again, man, I want to reiterate. Gil from American Cholo, respects for that one, bro. You did that. You deserve the accolades for it. You deserve the respect for being on the forefront for the people And that's righteous. You know what I mean? I just got to keep it real. With that being said, gente, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about going out there and struggling and striving for your familia, which are brown people or black people, sprinkle them in, or the woods, white people, or whoever your people may be, man. They're all our people. Just remember that, right? If you like this, please hit that like and subscribe one time for your mind with that thumbs up. If not, and a lot of you don't for some reason, right? You can hit that thumbs down, heavy as the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle for what I truly believe in, and that's the coming together of the Raza for power. You see what happens when we come together? I've been saying it. I ain't never switched my tune up yet, and I never, ever, ever will. Bang, bang. This is the God.